episode 655. Thank you all for listening to episode 654, OTL March Madness. I am Gray, here with my co-host.
Should be OTL Chalk Madness. That's what it is. Bear.
Yeah, my bracket is busted, Jeremy. Thanks to Illinois.
Yeah, I think Bear was right on the Rock Chalk Arkansas Hawk.
Yeah.
I got one right. That was about it. That's about the only one I called, I think, correctly.
Yeah, it was funny, talking to my boys when I was at the casino Friday. And they're like, "Oh man, your Sparty's gonna lose to Bryant," and I'm like, "This is every single game all year long. They will start slow, maybe even be getting beat, and then pour it on." Second half was obviously different. Same thing with the other game. I was like, I know they went down by 10, but when it was eight, when they got it to eight, I bet Michigan State money line and the under in a parlay, which I sent to you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's plus 158. Fuck it. Like, let's throw this in there. I'm confident in it. And of course, they came back and won, and the under hit by 12 points, which was great.
Yep. Like I said, all they had to do was avoid overtime, which they did, and you were going to be fine.
It was a beautiful thing. But we'll get into more of March Madness and what's going on after we thank some people. So thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on X and Instagram at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing. Visit allwearclothing.com. Mention Overline Podcast. And Brandon, we up with that deal. Thanks to Crandall's Quality Landscaping. Give Sean a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding areas and not.
The artificial turf inside the TGL Arena.
That's what I'm watching. Thank you, Sean. Thank you to Sparty Steve, Greg Key Merch, Paper Den and Martin, last but not least, Connell Barrett, datingtransformation.com.
Yeah, make sure you get over to datingtransformation.com and get that free consultation when you mention Over the Line podcast. And in the meantime, get to amazon.com and buy Connell's book, Dating Sucks. But you don't.
Well, we might as well rip it. What happened in Jolf?
Rip it, grip it, and rip it. The man, the myth, the legend who has missed 3 straight cuts. This is why golf is a fun game. Victor Hovland wins at Valspar. Shoots a 67 on the final day, outlasts Justin Thomas by one who shot 66. Pretty good final round, but Hovland got hot on the back nine. I think he ended up making 4 birdies, went 4 under on the back nine to take the tournament. I'm sorry, he bogeyed 18 because he got into a little bit of trouble, but he was up by 2, so he needed the bogey to win. So it was a tap-in bogey, no sweat win for Victor Hovland, but he had 4 birdies before that. So back on, back in the winner circle for Victor, his game's been out of it. He said even he didn't even have his best stuff, but he hit the right shots when he needed to, and his putter did not let him down like it has in the last few weeks. So he's missed the cut. So maybe Victor is rounding into form, and could be a long shot underdog at Augusta in a couple weeks. Justin Thomas, though, was up. I think he was up 4 going to 13 and ended up losing by 1. So a little disappointing there. Thomas hasn't won since his PGA championship back in, I think, 2019, 2018, 2019, something like that. Or I'm sorry, maybe it was 2021. I can't exactly remember, but sometime around then. So he's close to getting back on the back in the winner circle. It'll come here eventually. Maybe he'll get one in TGL tonight. But to round out your top 10, Jacob Bridgman was third, Bud Cauley, Billy Horschel, and Ryu Hastune was fourth, Davis Riley seventh, Seamus Power, Lucas Glover, Corey Connors, and Shane Lowry all tied eighth for your top 10. For the podcast, we had 2 Tommy Fleetwoods for me and Gray, both got 16s. Paul Peterson for Jeremy, unfortunately missed the cut. Parrot,
Barely.
can't remember who he picked.
Barely.
Yeah, Paul Peterson barely missed the cut. I can't remember who Parrot picked, but I know it was somebody, so I'm not going to give him anybody for
Was
now.
it Michael Kim?
It might have been. But
I'm trying to look at names.
That sounds right. Um,
I'm just looking at like the predictions from last week because I know how he picks.
mm-hmm. And if he did, which I don't remember.
I
Uh,
don't, I'll need him to confirm, but oh wait, here he text. He said no, just give me a miscut. Like I don't want to do that to him.
all right.
Oh,
We'll give him we'll give him Ryan Fox. He was tied 47. How about that?
Fair.
All right. So Parrot had Ryan Fox last week because I screwed that up. That's on me. That's my fault. He wants a miscut because he's a great competitor, but we won't give him one. And Dub and Cody didn't pick, so they got the absolute last place person, Philip Knowles. Wonder if he's related to Beyonce. This week we go to the Texas Children's Houston Open, easy for me to say, at Memorial Park Golf Course, one of the oldest events on tour. This has been a tour event since 1946. Last year, they went back to Memorial Park for the first time since 1963, and they're playing it again. It's a big course, long course, 7,400 yards, but rather wide open, so you can be a little wild on your drives. And it's not going to hurt you this week. But they have three par fives that are over 200 yards and eight par fours that are mid 400s. So long course. It's going to be a beast this week, but those guys that hit it long should be okay. Looks like they may have some weather problems this week. Friday for sure, there's going to be an issue. So would not be surprised if we get a Monday finish here because it looks like there's some storms potentially Thursday and Saturday. Also, Sunday looks nice, but I could see a Monday finish. Last year, Steven Yeager won this event. No tournament in 23, and 2 years before that, Tony Finau won this event. So, updated standings. We have myself somehow got the lead, 32.4. Gray with a 34.6, Jeremy 36.3, Parrot 44.5, Cody 66, and Dub 70. So for me this week, I'm going to go with a guy who has a win and a couple top fives here. Needs to get back on the winning way. Tony Finau.
How do you say this guy's last name? Ray, Ra,
Aaron Rye.
Rye. There you go. I don't even know who he is. That's my pick.
He wears two gloves, but he is a good
He's
golfer.
not named Tommy.
No, but he's
So it's
actually
double A, double glove.
England. He's English Indian. How about that?
Awesome.
Yeah. Jeremy.
well, I hate to agree with one of you, but I am also going to take Mr. Aaron.
You know.
No,
Oh,
Aaron Rye.
All
all
right.
right.
I was hoping neither of you would. But I need someone who will make a cut this week, so
Yeah, he is at the top of the leaderboards on one of these site or one of them. Good drive percentage this year, 87.91% good drive, meaning in the fairway. So 87% of the time, almost 88% of the time he hits the fairway on his drive. So
that's
rather,
incredible.
yeah, yeah, pretty consistent. Pretty consistent.
That's
Did
terrible for a pro. 80%. Fuck him.
88%.
88%.
I'm like 18%.
Did Parrot make a pick for this week?
I text him. We'll see what he comes back with.
All right, we will do that. While he comes back to that, we'll go over to NASCAR in Miami. Kyle Larson gets his first dub of the year. Rode the wall the entire time. I love that. Pretty much half his car. I love the. There was a meme I think that was sent where it was Two Face. And they're like, this is the one side of Kyle Larson's car and the other side of Kyle Larson's car. But
He got gypped in the Xfinity race.
I
Caution came out with like 4 laps left. He was up by 13 seconds.
I heard and didn't see it.
Got
Um,
robbed.
yeah, I heard and I did not see it, but yeah, it sounded like it was definitely something he was going to coast to, and I kind of grasped by after or his press conference when he said, or his press conferences, his post race when he said, "I'm just happy there wasn't a caution that came out." So I figured he got screwed at some other point. But yeah, Bowman scraped the wall a little hard. Larson passed him with I think like eight to go and held the lead and ended up winning the race. Blaney easily had the best car all day and blew up about halfway through the race, blew his engine. He probably would have won, honestly, if he didn't blow that engine. But yeah, rough there for Blaney. He's had a rough go the last few weeks.
This
Um,
is his track.
this is his track coming into Martinsville, but to finish out Miami, Dub had Ty Gibbs with a 25. Man, what's he doing this year? He's had just an absolute shit year.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's been dog shit.
yeah. Tyler Reddick gets an 8 for myself. EJ Allmendinger gets a 7 for Gray. By the way, fun fact, he has the best percentage of finish at Miami. How about that?
Told you that's why I took him because he was right there.
Yep.
He was first in the last three, but he wasn't in the last four. So now he's overall. I'm like, yeah, dinger.
Yeah. Impressive for AJ Allmendinger. Saying that I am not just a road course racer. Cody didn't pick, so he gets a 37 out of Carson Hocevar. Parrott gets a 20, or I'm sorry, a 31 out of Ross Chastain, and Jeremy a disappointing 29
Dis
out of
yeah,
Christopher Bell.
hugely disappointing.
Yeah, he
Yeah, trust
disappointed
me, I know. I fucking
me.
had him too in the other
Just
pool.
I didn't have him in DraftKings, but I had him in our NASCAR league, and I was like, that was the one that killed me. If I would have taken
Mm.
anybody else, which I should have, I wanted to go Byron, and I'm like, I can't already use him 3 times, so I had
Well,
to
I've already used him
pivot.
3 times.
Yeah, I wanted to pivot somewhere. I figured Bell would do decent, and woof,
Bad.
rough race, rough race. Um, so yeah, we are going to Martinsville this week. The Cookout 400. 500 lapper this week. We love it. Updated standings. We have Gray at 20 and a half. I'm sorry. Parrot at
Parrot
20.
at 20.
Gray at 20 and a half. Jeremy 21.2. Myself 23.7. Dub 24.3. Cody 34.8. Rough year for us so far. So we'll start it off with
Hey, hold
Gray.
on. Go back to golf. He wants Joel Dahman.
All right.
He
Joel.
hasn't taken him right.
No, he is not. Joel Damon for Parrot this week.
Or
Good.
Damon. Thank you. And then he's going to take in NASCAR since he's our leader, Michael McDowell.
Joel McDowell for Parrot.
I'm gonna go with a guy who races pretty decent here. Last three races, he has two top tens and a top five, averages a top 10 finish, and now he's in a special car with Joe Gibbs, so he should do even better. Maybe win the race. Chase Briscoe.
He had a good run at Miami. Very good run at Miami. Jeremy.
I am not taking any chances this week. I'm going Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney for Jeremy this week. And that
Can't
is,
wait till he blows up halfway through.
Oh, I hope not.
Because
He's
Bear's probably
due.
taking him too. There you
I
go.
had Ryan Blaney this week as well. Absolutely. I mean, this is his track.
This is his
Yeah,
track. I was going to take him if I didn't already use him.
but they have had problems, that's for sure. They've blown up twice this year now.
Yep.
So Penske needs to get that figured out.
No, they don't. I don't want him to have another title.
I mean, I can take Blaney, not Logano. Um,
Yeah, yeah, true.
But yeah, they need to get it figured out. And Martinsville is going to be a good place for Ryan Blaney to rebound and get himself back into hopefully the winner's circle. If not, give him a top five here at Martinsville. But the next 4 tracks are going to be a blast. We get Martinsville, we get Darlington, go to Bristol, week off for Easter, and then Talladega. So we got a fun run of good tracks coming up here. So pretty excited about NASCAR over the next few or about over the next month, I would say. Before we get into men's basketball, MLB starts Thursday. Today
Christ.
is listening. So
Oh, the Yankees already gave up.
we have to
Their pi-
we,
their pitchers are all hurt, dude. They're all hurt.
Yeah, they've had some bad luck.
Yeah, I was ready to take them to lose the World Series again, but yeah, they ain't even winning the East.
I,
Like
I mean,
it's
they're the
it's bad.
Yankees. They'll trade for someone. They'll get healthy, but yes, their pitchers are rough. They still have a great offense, so they'll just have
They
to
do, but
they'll just have to be like the Reds and play in 11 to 9 games and hopefully win.
yeah, Gio's out for the year, and or not out for the year yet, but he might be. Garrett Cole's out for the year. Clark
That's
Schmidt just
hopefully.
got hurt. Like
Hmm.
I'm like, fuck, dude. Like you said, they're gonna have to do that, but I just don't see it now. But anyway, we got to do
We
our
have
our
I have a fantasy baseball draft tomorrow night. And I really, 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 really wanted Devin Williams, but I don't know how many save opportunities he's gonna get. So
Right. Now you don't have
hopefully,
any idea.
yeah,
And
hopefully
by
he
the way,
doesn't push down.
speaking of fantasy, Bill did pull it out and beat me 5-4.
I saw that. I saw I was playing him. And I was like, how did that happen? So
His guy, well, two of my guys were out. All I needed was Kristaps to play and get three boards, and I would have been fine. But that's on me for not switching. I could have dropped somebody, switched them out, but it is what it is. At least after what you told me last week or at your party, I was like, all right, I don't feel bad anymore.
well, I play him this week, and I'm just gonna win. So, well, I hope so. My guys need to. LeBron came back. I need Jokic to come back now. That's really what I need. He's the anchor of my team, but it sounds like he might be back tomorrow or Thursday. So that's the important part. But yeah, MLB simple. Champ, runner up, surprise. How many games? We're gonna make this easy. We don't need to go crazy in depth. We'll do a MLB preview in about what would you say, October?
7 months.
That'll be our real MLB preview. But for me, I'm gonna go with the chalkiest of the absolute chalk. Dodgers champion. It's so easy to pick. It's not even fair, and I hope they fucking lose. So that's why I'm picking the Dodgers. Um, Out of the AL, again, the Yankees are that chalky pick, but they are rather injured. I just don't know if their offense is going to be able to keep up with it. So honestly, the rest of the AL just isn't impressive to me. Like there just isn't another great team there. I mean, I think the whole Central is going to be blah. Don't care what people say. The West, I don't know. Like, is Texas going to be okay? They seem a little old. Not sure. Houston, blah blah. Who knows? So I'm gonna stick with someone in the East, someone to finally break through. I'm gonna go with the Orioles here. I think the O's finally will get there, but lose to the Dodgers in five. I don't think it'll go that much of a series. And my surprise team this year, it would be so easy to pick the White Sox because God, they're so bad. They just got to win like 40 games, they'd be a surprise. But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with the Reds this year. And I say that because their pitching is just so god awful bad that I think they're gonna be half decent enough to get themselves a wild card spot out of the NL Central with their offense this year. But they gotta stay healthy. I believe in Tito. He turns teams around. So we're going with the Reds as my surprise team.
I'm gonna go Dodgers winning just because, I don't think the Yankees are going to get there. They're going to beat Brandon's team just because that's how the world works. Brandon loses championships to the Tigers. And the surprise team, uh, I think could win the division. They were 78 and 84 last year. The Rangers. I think they win the division.
You have a lot of faith in the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, I would have said that's your surprise. Oh my.
Yeah, they made the playoffs. They're all right.
So
I have some,
you think they're gonna sweep them then?
yeah, 4 games.
Okay. All
All
right.
right, nice.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I hate the Dodgers, so I'm not picking them. I am going with the New York Mets. I think they spent a ton of money.
Yeah.
They made a lot of good acquisitions, and they just have to stay healthy. And then I wanted to go with the Orioles, but their division is so tough that it's going to be hard for them to get out of there. So I'm actually going with the Texas Rangers in the World Series there. But I like the Mets to win it. And then I agree with Bear, the Reds. That's I'm a Reds fan, so I'm a little biased here, but I agree. Tito turns every team around. He's one of the greatest managers to ever manage. I'm so excited for the Reds this year. They just have to stay healthy for once.
And find some pitching that isn't Hunter Green.
I'm not too worried with their starting rotation. It's their bullpen I'm a little nervous about, but
A lot of 11 and
we'll
9
see.
games.
Yeah.
How many
When's
game? How
El,
many games
when does Ellie go to the Dodgers?
Oh, come on.
next year?
Hopefully never. Hopefully never.
What do you got the Mets over the Rangers and Jeremy? How many games?
Let's go 6.
6 games. Okay. All right. That is our MLB preview, real MLB preview for 2025.
We're done with baseball until October.
We'll talk about it once or twice. Off to the tourney, the chalky men's basketball tourney.
Mm,
Um, it's just it's one of those years. I guess we were due. We had a lot of upsets the last few seasons. I hope this isn't the way of the future. It feels like it with NIL. It feels like the blue bloods are going to stay up top, because they're able to get it. I don't know if you guys saw there was like 1,020 NCAA scholarship basketball players who enter the portal, which is like 21% of the NCAA enter the transfer portal. Just insane numbers. I mean, so these guys, these
Which is dumb to do it in the middle of fucking March Madness to open it for a day. It's
yeah,
ridiculous.
I
yeah,
agree.
I mean it is, and this is the problem with. This is my issue is that yeah, it shouldn't be done until later, right? At least till after the tournament's over. But I think the NIL, it's just like the Yankees, right? You got the most money you want to spend it, spend it. Well, guess what? All these big schools are going to do that, and I think you're going to see chalkier tournaments. I mean, the entire FAU starting five and coach is in the Sweet 16. Where's FAU at? I mean, that's how crazy this NIL is. Their starting five from last year when they were what, Final Four or Elite Eight, I can't remember, is all on different teams in the Sweet 16, and Dusty May, their coach, is coaching Michigan. FAU could be, they could be up there again this year. So again, it's all based off that NIL money, and I get it, money talks, and it's going to. That's just the way it is. But that's
Yeah,
that's how it's going to be. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of big upsets,
I
at,
have a bad feeling you're right
at least
about
in the
that.
at least in the near future.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know if you heard already Drake had that great win in the first round. Their best player and their coach both went to Iowa.
yeah,
So,
yep. Well, and I mean, look at what happened to Texas, right? Texas loses to Xavier.
oh
Uh,
yeah,
Xavier loses to Illinois, and Sean Miller, the coach of Xavier, becomes Texas's
yeah,
coach, who he
right.
just beat. Like it's
Ugh,
insane.
I know.
It's insane. So yeah, there's so much movement. I wish it would all happen after the tournament, not during. I think it's a little
Hmm.
annoying and distracting. But guess what? We still got a tournament to play. So for the podcast, the bracket, Shiv number two is leading,
Oh, nice.
510 points. R.E. Smith 2,500 points. The pod at 490. We're only 20 points behind, but we are 100 points behind the max of Shiv, who is leading right now. So we're going to need some. At Ryan Peoples 110 behind us. Does that name sound familiar? He won this last year. He is our defending champ for the pod. Mr. Peoples, good man. Where's our swag? So thank you for that. Monis T. Baggins picks XXX is fifth, along with I'm Not Gonna Win and Teabag by Monis. In eighth, we have ESPN fan with a
She
whole bunch
ain't
of
doing shit
numbers.
though. Fucking took A&M. Deserve to be beat.
Uh, ESPN fan with a bunch of numbers in eighth. Cooper's ankle in ninth. B Easy Take It Easy in 10th, along with Techno Team 2000 and the Brian Cardinal Fan Club. ESPN fan, a whole bunch of other numbers in 13th. Eric Green 1 in 14th. Iron Bowl of Basketball, also 14th. Eric Green 3, 16th. Shiv 1, 16th. And Gator Tater, dead last, in 18th spot. So thank you for the 18 brackets that we have in the pool. It's pretty tight. Anything can happen, but as of right now,
Hmm.
everybody still has their championship team in Florida,
Who
Duke,
who
Auburn.
did Shiv take?
Shiv has
Florida.
Florida.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so we got Florida, Duke, Auburn, Sparty, Tennessee, Kentucky, and that's it. Those are all the teams that
Did
we have there.
BTZ take Kentucky?
Yes, he did, or
Of
she.
course he did. Brad. I know who it is.
Okay,
When I heard BTZ, I'm like, that must be Brad. And then I said, that's why I asked. Did they take Kentucky? It's
yeah,
Brad.
sure did, sure
I was
did.
just with him on Friday with Shiv and
Hmm,
Fahey, and we had
nice,
a grand old time. And B, they were all out there and watch old
awesome.
Spartacus. How long were you at the casino on Saturday, by the way?
Till about I think I left a little before midnight.
Oh shit! So I thought you were gonna leave by like 8 because I was getting. I was like, I need to text Bear see if he's still at the casino. And then I got
Um,
sidetracked, started playing Fortnite.
yeah, I think about not 8:39 we went and sat down for apps at ESPN Bet. So we went in there around then. Yeah, I played Baccarat in the VIP room back there, which isn't really a VIP room. You can just walk in. Doesn't They don't care. I talked to the guy. I'm like, "Do I have to be a certain status to come in?" He goes, "You got cash?" I said, "Yes, sir." He's like,
You
"It's
got cash.
He's like, it's just
That's
higher.
VIP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like, it's really just higher limit. It has nothing to do with your status. He goes, you don't even need a card to come in and play. I was like, okay, cool. Well, I said, I want to go play Baccarat. He's like, all right, tables are open. I was like, perfect. So I played Baccarat for about an hour and a half. Probably was down 200, up 200, pretty much stayed in the middle. And I was up 100 and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. 100 isn't it? So I just put 100 on a hand, ended up losing. So I broke even. So not too bad. I'll take it for what it is, but it was fun. We had a good time. We had a good time. Uh,
Nice.
let's see. Off to UFC if you have it up, sir.
Not yet. I was gonna give. I'll pull that in a minute.
Okay.
Um, give me a second because I got my old screenshots throughout the week. This is Gray's screenshots.
Gray's screenshot segment, sponsored
So
by
if you,
Reese's Eggs.
and the
Cut the
new
check.
Kit Kat cotton candy,
I just
uh,
had the vanilla one.
exclusively exclusively at Costco. They are not good. The vanilla, they're really good.
What?
I didn't like the cotton
Candy.
candy.
Oh, come on.
I was not a fan.
It's not
You,
even
Um,
not even that strong of a flavor. It's
you
delicious.
can't put down a
Don't
no,
sponsor.
don't listen to
I'm
Gray,
not. I'm
everybody.
not. It's Kit Kat vanilla.
That's
Check them
good.
out
Okay.
in the bag of the cotton candy. They're really good. No, the cotton candy wasn't bad, but I prefer the vanilla. Those were
Mhm.
really
Yeah.
good. But if you're listening to this show on Thursday, yesterday was the first episode of Stephanie's Places on ESPN Plus with CM Punk. So check that out. I'll be watching that yesterday or tomorrow,
Mhm.
depending on when you're listening. Um, uh, Bear sent me an awesome trailer. Can't wait. This is the most anticipated show for me. The four-part documentary series on Dale Earnhardt Sr. comes out Memorial Weekend on Prime. The preview is out there. It is awesome. A Working Man also comes out this week on Thursday. So another Jason Statham movie. So you know what to expect if you like Statham. Go check it out. I'll be there Thursday.
It's the same movie,
Um,
guys. Don't pay.
yeah, well, I'll pay. I'll watch Statham anytime. Um,
Honestly, hold on,
here's
wait.
a
I'm gonna interrupt you for 1 second. When you said that I sent you the trailer, I'm like, are you already talking about the Triple H music with Peter Griffin? Because I just sent that and I was fucking laughing my ass off. I couldn't stop. You need to send that to Jeremy because it is
I
hilarious.
will. Mhm.
It's Jeremy. It's literally Triple H's music, and instead of
Time to play the
yeah,
game.
they have Peter Griffin does the laugh
Instead of na
instead of
it's
Lemmy.
yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
So so good.
Um, here's a fun screenshot. 100% of college basketball national champions since '04 were ranked in the top 12 in week 6 of the AP poll. Here are
Wow.
the 12 teams, the top 12. Number 1, Tennessee, still in it. Number 2, Auburn, still in it. Number 3, Iowa State, out. Number 4, Duke, still in it. Number 5, Kentucky, still in it. Number 6, Marquette, out. 7, Alabama, still in it. 8, Gonzaga, gone. 9, Florida, in it. 10, Kansas, out. 11, Purdue, in. 12, Oregon, out.
That's an
So
interesting stat right there.
I'm going
Hmm.
to keep that to see if this finishes
Yeah.
out.
That would have been nice to know before I did my bracket, but
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Dr. Squatch, I took Sparty, I don't give a shit. Dr. Squatch has a new limited soap, Mandalorian soap. This is the wash.
Hmm.
Um, I got a fun little pool for you guys, what we'll end with. Um, Former NFL offensive coordinator Byron Leftwich is on Colorado. So now Colorado's coaching staff includes Deion Sanders, excuse me, Warren Sapp, Marshall Falk, Byron Leftwich, Damian Lewis, Damata Pecco or Pico, Andre Garo what is it, Garode?
Gerard.
Or is it Gerard? Okay.
Yeah, he used to be
Kevin
a Cowboy
Mathis.
center.
Oh yeah, Gerard, fucking idiot.
Mhm.
Kevin Mathis, Jason Phillips. Something I sent to Bear, which I laughed hysterically. Paddy Pimblett was born in January of 1995 in England. 9 months earlier, the WWF, not WWE, were doing a European tour. Owen Hart was on that tour. Both are athletic, both 5'10", and they both look a lot alike. I'm not saying Paddy is Owen's son. Okay, that is exactly what I'm saying. If he pulls off a sharpshooter on Chandler, then we will know for sure. Thought that was funny. Um, we talked about the bets we made. Oh, here, Jeremy, this is good. This is Sneaky Darius. What is the most common coach matchup in men's NCAA tournament history?
Most common coached matchup, like between
The
coaches?
two coaches with six. So I will give
Oh
you a
my.
hint.
Okay.
So Rick Pitino and John Calipari just had their fifth
Oh wow.
this tournament. So the leading two that have played each other the most in the tournament is at six.
Oh boy. I'm thinking, how about Izzo Calhoun?
You were the only one that said Izzo. So
I wanted to
Dub
say
said
Krzyzewski, but I thought that was too obvious.
that would have been right.
Ah,
Um, Dub had Bobby Knight and Dean Smith. Cody Bryant had Roy Williams, Coach K, and Bear had Bruce Pearl and Coach K.
so what was it?
Krzyzewski and Izzo.
Oh man, if I would have said Krzyzewski. I just
Yep.
thought I know UConn was like had those great teams back in the day. Well, and yeah, when Calhoun, darn it. That's cool.
So help me out here on the Wolves. Is it Joe Ingles? Ingles?
Oh,
It's the proper way to
Jingle and
say it.
Joe, yeah. Oh yeah, I heard about that with his son. What a great
His
story
son
that was.
son has autism and was recently watched his first NBA game in an arena. But Joe didn't play in that game, so the T-Wolves put him in the starting lineup with his son finally being able to watch his dad play. Thought that was cool.
That
Mhm.
was awesome. Yeah.
So I also like the and you may have it, and I apologize if you're going to bring it up. Um, I can't remember what game it was, but the kid was sitting there, and it was a blowout, and the ref stopped the game for a fake wet spot.
Oh,
So
I saw that.
Yeah, that
I
was
saw
that was
that.
for Liberty. Liberty
Liberty,
Guard. Yeah,
yeah,
that
Oregon.
was my next thing I was going
I
to
was
pull
about to
up.
say I hate I ruined it because I figured it was coming, but yeah, that
No,
was
no, you're
pretty
good.
cool.
Yeah, Liberty guard J.C. Shearer Jr. was waiting to check in to live his dream of playing in the tournament. Oregon was up by 32, outcome no longer in doubt. Roger Ayers noticed J.C. and pretended there was a wet spot on the court so that he could sub into the game.
I love
Awesome.
that. That was so cool. And that ref is awesome too. He like really went into it. Like he's like rubbing the floor with his foot. He's like, oh, this is
Yeah, and
really
then
bad.
grabbed the kid, so I thought that was
Oh,
really
that was
neat. He
great.
knows what it's all about.
Oh yeah.
So major props to that referee. McNeese State, so the Aura, Mr. Aura himself, Amir Khan, has transferred to NC State with the coach. He's going with coach. Thought that was good. WWE canceled Hulk Hogan's $9,500 WrestleMania 41 suite. Initially reduced the cost for the suite to $69.50, and now the package is withdrawn entirely. Fantastic. Oh, this is interesting because this is tomorrow night. The last WCW Nitro, number 286, was on March 26th, 2001. This Wednesday, AEW Dynamite is having their 286th episode also on March 26th. Same episode number, same
Wow.
date, different eras.
Are they doing it
How
outside by a pool?
probably. How crazy is it though now that we have had as many Dynamites as there were Nitros?
That's hard to believe.
Doesn't feel right. It does not feel right.
It does not at
Yeah,
all.
6 years. That's insane.
Um, Wednesday, Xavier beat Texas in the first four. Sunday, Texas fired Rodney Terry. In the morning, in the PM, they hired Xavier's coach, Sean Miller, as their new. Get beat by him, hire him. Fuck him.
Wild.
That's exactly what I heard. Um, we did mention a few signings. Well, we didn't really. Russell Wilson signed with the Giants, 21 million a year. Hilarious.
Mhm.
Mm,
And then Stephon Diggs signed with the Patriots. Good for Drake May. 3 years, $69 million.
Nice.
Russ at 21 million is hysterical. So now you got Jameis and Russ out in with the Giants. Um, Kyle Busch sent out a tweet, which is cool because he's racing Braxton for the first time, or
Mhm.
Braxton, right?
Braxton.
Yeah. So he's racing him for the first time. And he said, I finally reached this level of dad aura. And it's got LeBron and Bronny, Griffey Sr. and Jr., and then Dale Earnhardt and Earnhardt Jr. So I'm like,
Nice.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, this is insane. This is the first time the Sweet 16 is composed entirely of major conference teams since it officially began in 1975.
I heard
There are
that.
only
Mm,
4 conferences being represented.
I hate
Chalky as
that.
the chalk.
Ugh.
Chalkiest tournament ever.
Uh, so did you guys see from USC, Juju Watkins was sitting next to Jaden Daniels.
Ugh.
That whole meme thing where she's sitting next to Jaden and then the mom gets between them. Who knows what it was there because she's protecting Jaden. And then I was like, oh, that's funny. And then yesterday tears her
Fucking
ACL. I'm like,
Oh,
his ACL, man,
oh,
sucked. USC.
horrible.
I had USC winning in my women's bracket because I thought she was going to have a
Mm,
monster tournament, and she was. I'm so mad. They were going to do
yeah.
South Carolina. So disappointing. I feel bad for her and USC, man. That's terrible.
Yeah, you hate to see that.
um,
She's
and
she's
then
good.
this is funny and crazy all at the same time. Mark McGuire got his first MLB hit off of Tommy John. Tommy John's dentist was Mark McGuire's dad.
That is weird.
Wow.
Did Tommy John have surgery after that?
No, but both McGuire's drilled Tommy. I can tell you that. Um,
Whoa!
what?
Too
He's a
soon.
dentist. All right,
Oh,
here's a fun quick trivia for you guys. Name the top 10. This is according to ESPN. College basketball teams since 1997. And here's what I'll do. This can be a little mini game. If you get number 1, you get 10 points. If you get number 2, you get 9, and so on and so forth. Down to 10, you get a point.
can you repeat the question?
Yes, sir. According to ESPN, name the top 10 college basketball teams since 1997.
In what, I mean, how are we ranking them? Just off of wins and
Basically, record, championships,
okay.
all of a
Okay.
lot of it. When I looked at it, a lot of it seemed like record to me,
Okay.
Hmm.
and
Okay.
tournament appearances, so to speak. So, we'll I'll flip a Roblox card. This is heads. This is tails. Who's calling it?
Give me the $25 side.
All right, Jeremy got it.
All right. Well, let's go. I'm gonna stick with UConn then.
UConn is number 7.
Darn. Thought they'd be
So
higher.
7, UConn, and I'm going to write down 4 points for Jeremy. There,
I mean, I got to go Duke.
number 1 at
Darn
10.
it.
10
Again.
points
I should have went with Krzyzewski.
for Bear.
Um,
10 points, Bear. All right, Jeremy.
let's go Kansas.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk at 3.
Okay.
So that is 8 points for Jeremy. Bear.
I got to go with the SEC powerhouse, Kentucky.
Kentucky, number 2. 9 points for Bear.
All right, just for you, Greg. Michigan State.
Michigan State, number 6.
Okay.
MSU for Jeremy. So it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 points for Jeremy.
This one will be interesting because they won 2 titles in that time, but aren't that great. Chomp chomp, Florida Gators.
Florida is not on this list.
Ooh.
I thought you were going a
Okay.
different one. I thought you were heading a different route.
Well,
Hmm.
You
you'd probably
mentioned the titles.
so I'm gonna go take this another direction, and I could be completely off here. I'm gonna pick a team that hasn't won a title, but is like the most consistent in college basketball, Gonzaga.
Gonzaga, number 9.
Oh, okay.
2 points for Jeremy.
What do we have? What numbers do we have left? Three, five,
We've had 1, 2, and 3. So you've got 4, 5, 8, 10.
8, 10. And you said since 97.
Yep.
Um, how about Arizona?
Number 5, Arizona.
Well, that's a good one. That
Happy
is a
we
good
had
one.
97 in there because they won in
Six
90.
po 6 points for Bear.
All right, let's. Oh boy.
We got number 4, number 8, number 7, number 8. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number 4, number 8, number 10.
All right, I know they haven't been good this entire time, but they've been pretty consistent. Purdue.
No.
Darn it.
Bear.
Um, let's see. And you said Sparty was number 9?
There were 6.
6, sorry.
Probably because they made 8,000 tournaments.
Right, that's what I'm trying to think. I mean,
And they're
the
always over 500. That helps.
I'm going to avoid the other Big Ten school that I want to pick because I don't think that they are going to be in there.
Here, I'll give you a hint. They're not a Big Ten school. Nobody left.
Oh, okay.
Figured.
Here, I'll help you out. I'll give you guys hints. Um, hold on. I
I
got
was
to see if
tempted to
this
say
one's.
the
I got to
Buckeyes
see
just
if
because
this
they had
one's
a good
moved.
stretch.
I got to make sure that they. Because I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
would.
sure they're still the
If
same.
I was
Okay,
going to say if
so
Florida wasn't there, there's no way Ohio State was.
so
Yeah.
you've got SEC, Big East, ACC.
Oh,
Yeah.
like current setup or
Yeah,
okay,
current.
okay.
Yeah. I one that I was going to say after Duke, and I'm a dumbass, obviously, North Carolina.
Oh yeah. How'd I
I
forget them?
totally meant to say them after.
They were
Yeah,
number 4.
I
Yeah.
totally forgot about them.
So that's Bear. So let's tally some points real quick. See if Jeremy's even
It
got a
doesn't look
shot
good.
here.
Yeah.
Bear got 10, 19, 19 plus 13, 32. So Jeremy, you've got 12, 19, 19. So the game is over because you can only there's
Ah,
only 3, 4 points left. Let's see what you got. So
I'm
you've
gonna
got
get. I know.
Big East
Louisville.
SEC.
Louisville had a good run. I'm gonna go Louisville.
Nope.
Darn.
How about Tennessee?
Nope.
Hmm.
I'll give another hint. This team has won championships since 97.
Huh. Who am I missing? Um, let's go. Oh, Villanova.
There you go.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm trying to
totally
think.
forgot about them.
I'm trying to think of
Number
the
8,
school, and I couldn't.
So we got an SEC team then.
that is the only thing that's left.
Well, there's a lot of good SEC teams.
Um, yeah, I know, but not many. I mean, besides like the ones that you think of, they don't really win.
Yeah, like
They,
consistently.
like Alabama's not going to be in there. They haven't won
No.
consistently enough. I'm sure there's someone we're missing here, but
And
weird.
since 97, they have not been in a championship game.
Hmm. Well, then I guess I'll guess Alabama.
Nope.
They
No.
haven't, how are they in the top 10 if they haven't been in a goddamn championship game?
Well,
That's
they're number 10.
So they barely made it.
Okay, so Florida won 2 titles in that time, and this team is better than them, who's never won a championship because why? They make a tournament every once in a while? It's ridiculous. But
I
ESPN's
think their
dumb.
record must be good. Yeah.
Um, let's go. Gosh, I don't remember them. I was
Dude,
gonna,
I forgot San Diego State was in the championship 2 years ago.
yeah, one of their best players is on Kentucky right now.
Mhm.
Um,
Totally forgot they were there. Championships have been blowouts 3 of the last 4 years.
But,
Jesus.
yeah.
I don't, I just don't remember LSU being that great, but let's go LSU.
Nope.
Uh,
It's like, think, like, what? It's one of those.
Mhm. Um, Mississippi
We,
State
no, but we did mention them earlier on the podcast. Specifically, I mentioned them.
oh,
picked the burnt orange team.
I was gonna say Auburn.
Hmm. Texas.
Yes. Burnt orange
Really?
team.
Wow, that's a surprise.
I don't get it either.
Texas. What have they done? Have they even made a Final Four?
I don't even think when Durant was there, they made it that far.
I don't think so
That's
either.
interesting, though. That's interesting.
Honestly, I'd say about 7 of the teams are in the right spot, and the other ones are garbage.
Yeah, I cannot believe I forgot about North Carolina, though. That should have been like my second pick.
UFC, am I left or right?
You are left this week, sir. We are in Mexico on a fight night,
Fight night. Lightweight bout from the United States, Markel Maderos.
and also from the United States, Austin Mother Hubbard.
Featherweight bout minus 218 favorite from the United States, Jamal Kremers Emmers.
In the plus 180 dog from Brazil, Gabriel Miranda. He's got 2 girls' names.
And a lightweight bout minus 485 favorite from Mexico, Rafa Garcia.
In the plus 370 dog from the United States, Vince without the E, Pichel.
Huh. Think. Women's strawweight bout, number 11th ranked women's strawweight from Mexico, Root Lupi Vinales.
And from Brazil, Julia Polastri.
And a featherweight bout minus 180 favorite from the United States by way of Mexico. I am not a Christian. Rodriguez.
And the plus 150 dog from Brazil, Melquizial Costa.
Middleweight bout, no odds yet from Bolivia. Jose Jack Daniel Cuervo Medina.
And don't know where this dude's from, no country. Atiba Gautier.
And a flyweight bout minus 250 favorite from, you guessed it, Mexico, Edgar Chairs. Going
And the
with.
plus 205 dog from the United States, CJ Vergara.
And that was your prelims on to the main card. In a flyweight bout, minus 148 favorite from Mexico, Ronaldo Alex Rodriguez.
And the plus 124 dog from Peru, Kevin Borjas.
The bantamweight bout, no odds from Mexico, David Tino Martinez.
And from Brazil, Simon Oliveira.
Salmon bantamweight bout, minus 310 favorite from Mexico, Raul Rosas Jr.
And the plus 250 dog from the United States, Vince with an E, Morales.
In the middleweight bout, plus 410 dog from the United States, Calvin, not Fahrenheit, Gastelum.
And the minus 550 favorite from the United States, Joe Pfeiffer.
In the lightweight bout, -115, slight favorite from Mexico, Manuel Glaber Torres. Just naming the Yankees all the way through.
And the slight dog, -105 from the United States, Drew Dober.
Drew Dober. It's awesome. All right. And in your main event of the evening on Saturday at 7 Eastern, which will be at midnight Eastern, flyweight bout,
And
flyweight bout, no odds from Mexico, number 2 ranked flyweight, Brandon Moreno.
the number 8th ranked flyweight from Australia, Steve Urseg.
Steve. And that's it. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments Time. Thanks to Our Clothing, Crandall Squatty Landscaping, Connell Barrett, DatingTransformation.com, Sparty Steve, Great Key Merch, Paper Denim Art. And as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Can't believe the Reds are a surprise team when they're going to give up 500,000 runs this year.
Everybody enjoy opening day, and the Reds are not going to give up that many runs.